The city opened up thousands of vaccine appointments today for clinics on the first weekend of the new year. 14,000 appointments came online this morning at 8 a.m. These doses will be administered on January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Ontario's COVID-19 science table says people in the province need to cut their personal contacts by half to blunt the impact of the Omicron variant. The panel of expert advisors says Ontario needs a circuit breaker that includes new public health measures to reduce personal contacts. This is in response to the highly contagious Omicron variant. Ontario is reporting 2,421 new COVID-19 cases today, the highest daily tally since May 15th. That compares to 1,808 cases yesterday. The 7-day rolling average is approaching 1,700, up 59% in the last week. Fire officials say it's very fortunate there were no serious injuries in an explosion at a daycare center on Kingston Road near Morningside. There were at least a dozen children inside when an explosion occurred just after 2 p.m. Fire officials say the children were in an adjacent building doing some other activities. Joining us live tonight with their reaction is former mammal trainer Phil Demers, along with a marine mammal scientist at the Animal Welfare Institute, Naomi Rose. Phil, first to you, this charge is being described by lawyers as a technical charge, not an animal cruelty charge per se. What do you take from this?
Exchange with that and more. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. Well, the escalating trade war between the U.S. and China is rippling through the global economy. On Sunday, the U.S. imposed new 15% tariffs on Chinese goods, including clothing, tools, and electronics. Beijing has lodged a complaint with the World Trade Organization over the tariffs. The market was closed for the Labor Day holiday, but finished mixed on Friday. The Dow added 41 points, the S&P gained a point, and the Nasdaq was down 10 points. With fall just around the corner, pumpkin spice season is officially upon us. Krispy Kreme has announced the seasonal return of its pumpkin spice original glazed donut. The North Carolina-based chain also confirmed the debut of a new pumpkin-flavored treat known as the pumpkin spice original filled donut. It's filled with cream cheese, cheesecake cream. Both sweet treats will be available for a limited time, only from now until Sunday, September 8th. And Anne-Marie, I know I'm going to probably have to stock up my freezer because a week is really just not enough.
I'm surprised. It's not even officially fall, and it's going to come and go that quickly.
I know, but maybe they'll do that thing where they're like, all right, this was a really good week. We're going to keep this going, which I'm really hopeful for.
Right.
And by then, my freezer will be filled with donuts.
And your belly, no doubt.
And my belly.
Marc Liverman at the New York Stock Exchange. Thank you so much, Mark.
Sure thing. All schools across Ontario will soon have access to take-home PCR tests for students and staff. Starting in mid-November, more schools will be provided the less invasive tests that the Ford government says will make testing more accessible. Welcome back. Riot police clashed with protesters on the streets of Rome, rallying against the government's new COVID-19 green passes. Dozens of migrants have been rescued in the Mediterranean Sea. 59 people were picked up by the Italian rescue ship. The migrants were sailing on a wooden boat in international waters after leaving 24 hours earlier from Libya. They came from a variety of countries, including Syria, Somalia, Ethiopia, and Egypt. Germany's outgoing Chancellor Angela Merkel is making her final official visit to Israel. Merkel met Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett in Jerusalem. The Chancellor's visit caps 16 years in office, which were characterized by near unwavering support for Israel. And Iraqi voters headed to the polls today. They're voting for a new parliament that many are hoping will deliver much-needed reforms in the country after decades of conflict and mismanagement. More than 250,000 security personnel were deployed across Iraq in preparation for the election, which was moved up by 6 months. More than 3,400 candidates are vying for 329 seats in the sixth election held in Iraq since the fall of dictator Saddam Hussein in 2003. Czech President Miloš Zeman was rushed to hospital today, one day after parliamentary elections. His doctor is expected to provide an update on his condition later today. The 77-year-old has diabetes and uses a wheelchair as he has trouble walking.